And we're live. Episode 2. Quick chat podcast.
Yes, sir.
From the river this time instead of the mountains.
Back again with a little bit of a switch up.
Yeah.
This has been our campsite for the last
5 days?
5 days, but for legal purposes, we've only been here 3 days.
Yeah, if anyone asks, it's just been 3.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, when you pull up to these campsites, these free campsites, usually they have limits for how long you can stay. So for this one, it's 3 days. So that's what we're going with. That's how long we've been here.
Blissful ignorance.
Yeah.
We just don't know about it. That's all right.
I know so
Our
little.
excuse.
It actually helps to be dumb.
Yeah.
In this instance, I'm also illiterate. So.
Life's been good at this campsite, though. We've
Yeah.
been able to keep our stuff here while we go explore the park. It's emptied out the Jeep, giving us a bit more of like a home base.
Yep.
So it feels good. I'm feeling real good now.
Yeah, we definitely are enjoying this campsite. When we pulled up, we took the hitch rack off of the back of the Jeep, and that allowed us to get a lot of the stuff out of the car, allowed us to leave the back of the Jeep open while we're here. So it honestly was just a big quality of life improvement for us, which was great.
Yeah.
Because it used to be at the last campsite, it was a pain in the ass to get inside of the Jeep and get shit and clean and cook. It was a pain in the ass. Now
That
it's
campsite
a little better.
had that great view, but I would honestly say this one's my number 1 so far.
Number 1 out of 2.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. One of the best things about it though is it's really so close to Glacier. Like that's what top reason. Also the view is pretty
The
nice.
accessibility is way better. We don't have to drive 20 minutes down a dirt road. We're only, how long would you say, 20 minutes from Glacier right now?
Max.
Yeah.
Max. It's like 15 to 20. We head out of here in the morning. We get to Glacier and we go do our day and we come back here and crash for the night. I mean, it's a pretty good routine that we've got going. Pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, it's been really nice going into Glacier. That's definitely elevated my feelings on the trip too. It's just going into Glacier, and then since it's cleared up with the smoke, seeing all those views and just really being able to enjoy the park has been massive for morale.
Definitely big morale booster. And like he was just alluding to, like the smoke is cleared up. Apparently the entire West Coast was just like burning in hell for like the last week.
Yeah.
So we got over here to Glacier and you couldn't really even see anything, which was a bummer. We were not expecting, but we were kind of worried that might have persisted for our entire couple of weeks here. But it's cleared up now, and as you guys can see, it's pretty clear behind us. It used to be like it would have been difficult to see past really much further than the other side of the river.
Yeah,
when
you
we
wouldn't
first
be able
got
to
here.
see those mountains back there a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at some over here that are just crystal clear now. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah, it's just something. It's really a shame that the cameras and all the pictures and video that we take, it actually does not do this place justice. Like it's upsetting to me.
I totally agree. It's frustrating when you like see this amazing view and like you're just in awe of how big everything is and just like the scale and how it makes you feel. Like it just makes you feel small. It makes me feel small at least. It's just how amazing it is, and then you whip out the camera and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah, it's honestly amazing. I mean, the first day we drove into Glacier, it was smoky as hell, but you could already tell. I mean, you could just see kind of like the shadows of some of the mountains through the smoke. And I mean, obviously it was nothing compared to what we're looking at now when we go in there. Now we go in there and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't stop looking.
Yeah, that first day had kind of like an Avatar vibe, or like
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, some like mystery thing. Like I was totally expecting like dragons and stuff to come out of those mountains.
Totally.
And then we're there now, and it's just like, yeah, you can see crystal clear. You can see the mountains way off in the distance. Yesterday we got those sun rays coming through in the morning.
Oh, so good. I put a picture of that on my story.
Amazing stuff.
Oh, so good. Those were like unbelievable looking sun rays coming through the clouds there.
It was sick. So, speaking of our first day in Glacier and the smokiness,
Yeah.
we did a little hike.
Yeah, break down that hike for all the listeners.
So it's our first day in Glacier. Like, we didn't really prepare, and we didn't know that we weren't going to have any service in the park. So we kind of just go into the park, figuring out or figuring that we'll just kind of go with it and then figure it out when we find a spot. Well, two things happen. One, the park's packed. There's no parking anywhere.
Zero
Most
parking.
popular trails are like beyond packed. Like you have to walk like 2 or 3 miles to get to them. And then so we keep driving, going in the Sun Road, and eventually we come across a trail that has some spots. And we're like, all right, we'll just pull off here, do this hike. It can't be that bad. And it starts off not that bad. Like it goes downhill a little bit. It's flat. It goes downhill for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we start getting into these switchbacks, and we're going up this mountain, and we keep thinking that we can see the top. We're like, oh, yeah, like it can't be that far. Like the top's right there. It goes on for like 3-4 miles, and we're just hiking up the entire time, just back and forth.
Straight uphill.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then everybody coming down is like, you guys are going the wrong way, man.
Yeah.
And the whole time we're like, what are these guys talking about? Like this is got to be like an out and back kind of a hike is what I was expecting. And then, lo and behold, it's a, like, point A to point B hike. And they're starting at the top at Logan Pass, which is the highest part in the park, pretty much, and walking down our trail to, like, a midpoint kind of on the mountain where we parked. So we're just hiking up basically all of Glacier to get to the highest point in Glacier. And it was hell.
So bad. You would never have known how cold it was by the amount of sweat that we were dripping by the time we got about like 3.5 miles up. I mean, it was actually crazy. I was like freezing when we would stop moving, and then we would start moving, and we're going straight uphill, and I'm just like sweating down my back. I take my backpack off, my entire shirt is just like drenched. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? There's no way that we're doing this properly.
It was unbelievable. It was maybe like 50 degrees out, and I was sweating my balls off.
Yeah.
And we, like, obviously when you hike, you take breaks because, like, you're not Superman. So the first break we took, I remember feeling great after. I was like, I'm a new man. I feel like I could tackle this mountain right now. And then every break after that just got progressively worse until the end where, I would take a break, and then I would just still be tired when we started walking.
Yeah.
And it was literally just a mental battle, just one foot in front of the other.
It felt like I was putting my legs through a meat grinder.
It was
like every single step was just hurting. And it's not that like, oh, I've been walking for like 10 miles hurting. It's that like you're walking straight uphill, rocks. It's not consistent. You have to be engaged, and there's no down or there's no flat. It's every single step is going uphill. That for like almost 4 miles.
Yeah, it was insane. And we finally got to like a pretty good lookout spot.
Yeah.
Had some beef jerky, had some granola bars. We were pretty satisfied with the hike, even though we were, as I would say, admitting defeat to the mountain, but the mountain kicked our ass.
Yeah.
And it was our first day, and we had no idea how far we were going. So in hindsight, it was the best decision to turn around, but on our way back down, maybe 10 minutes after we decided to go back, we ran into this group of people that we saw on the way up, and they were like, oh, like, did you guys get to the spot and turn around? And we're like, nah, we just found a good spot and turned around. It's all uphill. It's kicking our butt. And they were like, oh, someone just told us that the chalet is like 10-minute walk from here. Yeah. So we turned around maybe 5-10 minutes from the turnaround point.
We walked for like 2.5 hours just to turn around like 5 to 10 minutes before we would have gotten to the top.
Yeah.
Backbreaker.
Absolute backbreaker.
Morale destroyed on the way back down.
Pissed.
Sam was all dark and stormy behind me. I was leading the walk down, and I could just feel the hate and anger.
I was mad.
The Sith energy was coming out of Sam.
It was.
No Jedi.
I was
straight Sith.
I was walking down, and I was like, this is exactly why I never turn around, because it's like, I feel like every time you turn around, you're right there. Like, you're always turn around right before the end, and it sucked to be proved right about that.
Yeah,
but
that did hurt.
Knowing now, like, now that I can look at it and not be so egotistical about it, the mountain, you can't beat the mountain. The mountain's always going to win.
Can't beat the mountain, and when you're trying to do a long, difficult hike backwards up the mountain, I mean, at some point, the mountain's just going to finish you off.
And we didn't go into it prepared. We didn't really deserve
Yeah.
to win.
Yeah.
The mountain came prepared. We did not come prepared. We weren't in practice all week. We didn't study film.
Yeah.
It was just
Totally fucked off during the film session.
yeah.
Totally fucked off.
We had a bad week of practice. The mountain had a great week of practice. The better team won.
Better team won. Definitely. Props to them. We'll be back. We'll be back to take them next time we link up. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna be playing that exact game again.
I'm not looking at that trail.
Yeah.
I'm not circling that one on the sketch, but
starting off with that one, honestly, it was almost kind of like a blessing in disguise because yeah, we got our ass whooped the first day, but it just made the last 2 hikes that we've done that much better because I mean, oh my gosh, these last 2 hikes have been awesome. We did the Avalanche Lake hike where you it's like a few miles or less maybe up to Avalanche Lake. Beautiful hike. And then yesterday, what was the hike we did yesterday?
Swift Current Pass, but we didn't go up to the pass. We just ended at Bullhead Lake. It was absolutely gorgeous. I would say that was my favorite hike that we've done here.
Definitely.
And one of my favorite hikes that I've done in Glacier anytime I've been here.
Definitely check that one out if you're coming up to visit. There's this sick set of waterfalls. There's like 3 or 4 different pools that water keeps emptying into, and there's a whole bunch of great spots where you can sit. There was a group that was like taking a nap on the rocks ahead of us.
Those guys are awesome.
They were awesome. We ended up hiking with them for a couple miles after that. Saw a big moose. That was really something else. That creature is fucking huge.
That was an awesome moment. Like, we literally saw that maybe 10, 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Just a huge bull moose, middle of rut season. It did that thing where, like, it mashes the bushes with its horns. Like, it's like a mating thing. And, like, we just got to see a moose in its habitat doing its thing. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Awe-inspiring.
It was honestly, I mean, that was the biggest creature I've ever seen that close in the wild. And I mean, it's not even close. Like, I haven't really even seen anything remotely that big. If you take like a good average sized deer and you stack like 2 of them on top of each other, that might be how tall one of those is. And not even considering how wide, how like just fucking like muscular and just dense those things were. I mean, and the antlers on it.
Talk about the sounds that it was making.
So it also made these sounds. I'm going to put the video up on my Instagram in the next couple of days. So if you're listening to this, I'll probably already have that up. But it made this like guttural sound. We were talking about it after we were walking away. It sounds like one of those things where it isn't even like moving its mouth. It's just like a pure like the interior organs are moving in such a way where you hear this like I can't even make the sound. Like,
no, I don't think it's possible for a human to make the sound. It was like alien.
It was like alien. It was like an alien communicating with us. It sounded like if an animal could produce like that sonar beep almost, but like a meat version of that, not a computer version. That doesn't make sense, but if you look up that sound or if you hear it on the video that I'll post, you'll kind of get an idea for what I mean by that. That was honestly awe-inspiring. And then we were hanging around that thing for a few minutes, then it walked away. We continued to walk with some of our friends that we met, the guy from Philly and his son and
Brett Brown
and his fiance. Yeah, Brett Brown minus. And so we walked a few more miles. We made it to this nice lake. I don't remember what that lake was called.
Bullhead Lake.
Right, you just said it. Bullhead Lake. And had our lunch there. Great spot.
Best cafeteria I've ever been to.
Best cafeteria. And by cafeteria, we mean sitting on the edge of the lake and eating a peanut butter sandwich because we forgot to buy cheese. And, actually, we forgot the Yeti when we were going to the place. So we didn't even have, like, our deli meats or anything to make sandwiches with.
Big L, but honestly, I would have eaten a shit sandwich and been pretty happy in that spot.
Yeah.
It's just a magnificent view. Like, fuck, dude.
It was hot.
You're just surrounded by mountains, and there's a beautiful crystal clear lake in front of you. You're in the woods, like trees all around you, nature surrounding you. It's a magnificent experience.
Yeah, that spot fucks hard.
I'm a slut for that kind of stuff. I'll do anything for it.
And on the way back, we ran into like the oldest woman with the fucking golden eye. She's like
Dude.
she like we're walking down the hike. We're walking down the trail back, and this woman is surrounded by like 4 or 5 different people, other people, and they all have their binoculars out and their phones out, and they're looking at this. They're looking up the hill, and we're like, what are they looking at? Well, let's check it out. And so she points out to us that there's a bear and 2 cubs up on the mountain. She like helps us spot them. We checked them out. So we did see a bear, although it was very far away.
Yeah.
We were able to see it just barely with the naked eye. But this woman must have been like 65 years old.
At least. I was going to say she might be close to 80.
Yeah. I mean, she was old, and she somehow is walking this trail, and she just, out of the corner of her eye, somehow must have spotted this brown bear and 2 cubs, like, I mean, what, like 5 miles up the mountain?
Yeah, it would have taken you 4 or 5 hours to get to the spot at least.
Yeah.
And she literally just picked it out. Like, looking at it with your naked eye, it was literally a color changing speck. That's how I was describing it to people that were trying to find it. Because you would see, like, when the bear turned, you could see its silver back versus, like, when it was, like, away from the sun, you could see, like, the brown, more brown-black kind of shade to it. And this lady found the cubs, which were, like...
I honestly don't even think I saw the cubs with the binoculars.
Smaller than ants. Like, smaller than ants. The only way that you could see it was because you could see a little bit of movement, like, near the bigger bear.
Yeah.
Wild.
It was honestly crazy. Like, you looked up the mountain. Once you, like, figured out what you were looking for, you could see it. But, I mean, it's exactly like what Sam said. It's like a brown dot that would occasionally flash white. And, like, that's the bear.
It was
how
crazy.
The fuck? How do you pick that out, especially as a very old woman?
Yeah. While you're walking down the trail, like, I don't think I could find one that was, like, 10 feet off the trail. Not even, never mind 5 miles away on the mountain.
Yeah, it was very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
But looking through the binoculars at it, big bear. That was a full-grown sow and her cubs. I would not want to see that on the trail.
Definitely not.
I would need to change my pants. I need to throw that outfit away.
Yeah, we'd be bear chum.
Yeah, that thing was massive, dude.
Yeah, but so yesterday was a runaway success basically in Glacier.
Yeah.
We saw a moose up close, and we saw a bear far away, and we also just got to see some wicked views.
Yeah, met some good people. There was less people over there too.
Yeah.
We were in the Many Glacier area. For anyone who's been here, I know my mom's gonna freak out about that reference because she, like, loves the Many Glacier area. But it's on the east side of the park, and we're staying on the west side, and the west side's way more packed, way more, and it's
Way more. It's like Disney World.
yeah, it is like Disney over here, and it's like the terrain is so different. The ecosystem, 2 totally different ecosystems on the east and the west side. Over here, we're like steeper with more dense woods, I would say, and then over there is more gradual with like meadows kind of a thing.
Totally.
Definitely feels like a better spot to see animals over there.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna go back and hit that. We got a couple hikes circled
Totally.
over there.
Got to go back there. I need to see more of that. That was just awesome.
Yeah, we were gonna do the Iceberg Lake hike, which I did last time, which is probably my number 1 hike that I've done in the 48 states here, but it was closed for bears, so we couldn't go.
Yeah, which is too bad, but I guess they have those rules for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a banger day. Just a banger day. 10 out of 10. If I could go higher than a 10 out of 10, I would.
Yeah, it was the best day in the park so far. I'm really excited to get back in there. Today we're kind of having a slower day, obviously recording the podcast. It's Sunday. We're going to go watch some football. We're going to go do some laundry, take some showers, upload this kind of a thing. So.
Yeah. We're going to be trying to put these out on Wednesdays. That is subject to change, and depending on our location and the internet availability, it could not be super consistent with it always coming out on Wednesday, but that is the goal for the future with this pod. So expect these to come out on Wednesdays or around then. Also, yesterday we recorded a new segment for the show. which we're calling Cream of the Crop.
Cream of the crop.
That'll be fun. It's like a 5-10 minute segment where Sam and I basically just pull. We wrote about 16.
Yeah, we got 16 possible topics in there. 15 now.
Yeah, 15 now because we just recorded one yesterday. But we put 16 topics on little slips of paper and threw it into one of Sam's hats. And once a week, we're gonna pull a topic out, and then after we pull it out, we've got 1 minute to basically come up with our best responses to it, and then put them together. We're gonna assemble kind of a roster, if you will, of responses based on like a typical draft order. So definitely check that out. We're gonna probably have that out next Monday, I think.
Next Monday, yeah, because we got to do a little bit of graphics work on that.
Yeah.
We're going to try and figure out how to make that top notch for you guys. And it's just also a fun thing for us to be doing. So
Yeah. Something else. It'll be like 5-10 minutes, just something kind of fun, like a bite-sized bit of this.
yeah,
that,
because
is a bit more has a bit more structure to it.
Yeah, these are kind of just like we get on here and just talk about what we've been doing for the past week, and then we're gonna put out these smaller videos kind of as like our segments that normal people would be doing right now. But I think this is a good way to do it because it gets out the content in like a more digestible form, and that's like the really interesting pieces. So like, and it shows our personality more.
Yeah.
So like those will get out. People will see that. They'll be like, oh, these guys are funny. They're cool. They're sexy.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like, all right, I'll tune into the podcast.
Yeah. Emphasis on that sexy part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a lot of fun filming that. Had a lot of fun. It's, those are good. I really enjoyed that. And really enjoyed filming this podcast last week. After we turned the camera off, we were just gushing about how like easy and fun doing this was. I mean, just sitting down and chatting, chopping it up for a half an hour really is our bread and butter. If you knew us in college, we were basically doing this all the time anyways.
That's where this whole idea came from. We were probably high or drunk, and we were notorious for our like deep conversations on the balcony.
Yeah.
So it's
Fire,
good to get these
the
out on the internet.
Yeah.
Try and make some money off them. All right. So Henry, please continue before you were so rudely interrupted.
We're gonna work on that, guys. We're gonna figure that out because our mics just died again, which is pretty annoying. But
it's unacceptable.
yeah, that sucks. We were in such a groove, but honestly, it's not hard to get back into it. So I'll forgive it one more time.
It's
you better
natural.
fucking get your shit together.
So
get your act right.
We're known for this. We're doing the podcast.
Yeah,
We're flowing off the energy.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. So yeah, I'll just hop right back on it. It was a great experience, all of it. The only part that had any sort of hiccup or difficulty to it was when we were trying to upload it, and it was one of those experiences where, like, in the moment you're like, are you fucking kidding me? But you can almost tell that it's just gonna be funny afterwards, like as it's going on. So we woke up early that day. I forget which day it was. You remember which day it was specifically?
Shit.
Wednesday.
I was gonna say Wednesday.
Yeah, because we just put it up at night that night. That's right. So it was Wednesday morning. We're like, okay, we gotta find some way to go put this podcast up. Sam has it on his laptop. He's got it all the data on there. So we pull up into Whitefish, or did we go to Kalispell?
Start off at the Starbucks, just so everybody knows. We pulled up to a Starbucks thinking Starbucks has Wi-Fi and coffee, and they're open.
It's their whole thing, isn't it?
It's their brand. We pull up. They have no Wi-Fi there. So I get it onto my disc, which is the first step, I guess.
And that takes like 2.5 hours.
2 hours probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you can go from there. We go to a couple more places.
So that's great. So we start off at the Starbucks, spend about 2 hours just getting the podcast onto the actual laptop, off of the software and onto the laptop. And then from there, for some reason, Starbucks is closing at 3, which they don't have the Wi-Fi for us anyways. So we're like, whatever. We peace out and we go to this other coffee shop. Nice spot. We're like, okay. We settle in. We're uploading it. We're getting some decent progress on it. And then I checked the website, and they are also closing at 3 p.m., which is odd. I guess there's just something critical going on at 4 p.m. in town. But
The Bears come out.
the Bears come out to play.
You got to be in your house, safe.
Everybody's got to bunker down. They come out to get the senior special. But so then we leave this coffee shop at about 3 o'clock. We basically close them out, and we're trying to figure out where we're gonna finish the rest of the podcast up. So we go across the street to a children's library. We think it's just a regular library, but then we walk in and we realize there's only 8-year-olds and 65-year-olds. So Sam and I are the only people like within 10 to 15 years of our age in the entire building. We're like, okay, fine.
We're
Whatever.
chilling in the teen zone.
We hop into the teen section. I'm like reading some of the books in there, and it's total like young adult.
Percy Jackson type beat.
Percy Jackson, like all the like young, like it's all those. Now I look at them and I'm like,
Goosebumps kind of a thing.
yeah, I'm like, what the hell? But when you're a teenager, those books are lit.
They smack.
They smack. So we're in the teen section, and we basically spend about 45 minutes to gain about 5 minutes of progress on the podcast because the Wi-Fi is so shit.
Yeah, I think we actually might have gone backwards in there.
We might have gone backwards. It was bad. So we're working on it. I'm like popping in and out of the library trying to figure out if we can sit in the car and still get the Wi-Fi from the other coffee shop and if that'll work. And while we're doing that, we decide to check out. We're like, you know what? Fuck the children's library. We're going to go into
Whitefish. We were in like Columbia Falls, I think is the town.
Yes, yeah.
That's
right.
in between here and there. But so we go into Whitefish from there. You picked out a Starbucks. You dropped me off.
Mhm.
It's in a Safeway, which is a
It's a grocery store.
A grocery store, yeah.
Yeah.
Around here. So I'm sitting in like the grocery store right behind like the registers next to like one of those like Target style Starbucks.
Yeah.
Not working. I'm on the Safeway Wi-Fi. It's a shit
Dog.
show. He went to go pick up McDonald's and then comes back, snags me, and we go to try another coffee shop. I get into this coffee shop. The Wi-Fi is gas.
Oh, yeah. So what was this one called? It was called Folklore?
Folklore Coffee. We're gonna be
Folklore
there.
Coffee. Shout out to them.
Yeah, they're awesome. Great coffee. Super hot barista. I think that's what they're called.
I think you're right.
And like we're talking, she's like a Montana like 9 probably.
Montana 9.
Florida
9.
6, Montana 9.
No, she was cute, though. But
No, yeah, maybe a 7 in Florida. But
Yeah.
so yeah, we go in there. Great iced tea that I grab and super good Wi-Fi. He went to
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, they really don't want us to get this story out.
They don't want us to succeed, I think.
They
That's what
don't.
it is.
We
gotta
just-
put in the effort.
Yeah, we just had our camera battery die, so
We've had mics die, we've had camera die
Yeah.
in the same episode.
the only thing else that could happen is we could die. So if that happens, that's fucked.
That is fucked.
In the same episode, get the trifecta. Golly, what a way to
Watch out
go.
for the Bears. I don't have my bear spray on me right now.
Yeah,
So.
honestly, we're asking for it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Finish up.
so we were wrapping up. We were talking about the podcasting journey, uploading the podcast.
Yeah, the
Talking
Folklore
about
Wi-Fi.
Folklore's amazing Wi-Fi. Honestly, some of the best Wi-Fi that we've experienced on this trip, if not the best.
Better than the Wi-Fi in my house, I think.
Yeah.
It's fast as fuck. Like it was taking, like we you get like an estimation from YouTube when you're uploading it how long it's gonna take, and at the other places it was like what, like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We would get like a % every like 5 minutes or so, basically, maybe every couple minutes. But
Yeah.
at this place we were going less or like 2% a minute.
Took like an hour.
Yeah, it was flaming fast.
Hour 15.
Yeah, like totally game changer. Amazing opportunity there.
Yeah.
So it uploads. And the
And
next part,
verification.
the next part is you need, like YouTube needs to like go through it and like check if you're like copywriting or whatever bullshit they do, censorship, all that crap. And during that process, they let us know. It says, "Oh, sorry, your account's not verified for videos longer than 15 minutes.
Right.
You have to upload it again." So we verify the account, and I'm like, "All right, yeah, like I should just be able to verify, and then it'll continue the uploading." Nope. Got to go back, restart the whole process over. So we're in probably 8 hours deep at this point.
Easy.
I'm losing my marbles. I've listened to the podcast like 3 times. I've made memes. Like, I'm losing my mind at this point. And then YouTube has the nerve to tell me I got to do it all over again. And
Yeah.
that was just like, I was at my wit's end.
That was a low point.
I was like maniacally laughing at my computer. Like, I was like, there's nothing I can do at this point. I'm getting shafted. So
then you verified it. You got our account verified. And then
yeah.
we had like maybe 40 minutes left until that shop closed. And we were like, bro, this is fucked. We're going to have to come back tomorrow morning and do this shit again. We just burned a whole day basically for nothing.
Demoralizing.
So bad for morale. And then we're thinking, well, actually, this goes pretty fast. Let's just see how much of it we can get done tonight. So we just set it up. It goes for like 40 minutes. It goes, and we probably got like 2/3 of it done in those 40 minutes.
Yeah, pretty close to that. And then we just sat outside the coffee shop. They have like benches out there.
Yeah.
We sat out there for probably an hour, just like on 2 bars of Wi-Fi, fucking scavenging for whatever we can get.
Jeez, yeah. And then we got it.
Made it happen.
We got it.
It was big. I'm glad we made it happen, but that was hell. And I think hopefully this is going to go smoother, but like with all this technical difficulties, the editing is going to be hell.
Yeah, the editing is going to be tough on this one.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how that's going to go, but hopefully we can get it pieced together, or we're just going to do another take.
If you guys are hearing this, then that means it survived, no matter how mangled all this footage and audio is. That means it survived, and Sam was able to patch it together, maybe with a little help from myself. But Sam has been playing point on this podcast editing so far.
I like the editing. It's fun.
Yeah. No, and you're good at it too.
Appreciate that.
For sure, of course. Always gotta uplift the homies. But if you're hearing this, Sam had a successful podcast surgery. If you're not hearing this, then I guess none of this fucking matters. But we might have to do another take if it's too fucked, and that would be a bummer.
Yeah, it is a bummer. I mean, yeah, that's kind of just how it goes. Like, we're out here. We have this amazing trip. We're fucking recording podcasts and taking videos of our life. And, like, you have to make a sacrifice at some point.
Yeah.
In order to get the success. And if our sacrifice is trying to upload videos and editing shit and, like, taking 8 hours to do that.
Could be worse.
Could absolutely be worse. And it's totally worth it.
Totally.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. I mean, it's, yeah.
I'm having a sick time now. I was a little, like, not iffy, but there was definitely an adjustment period.
Totally. Still going through the adjustment, but it's just we're getting towards the end of that. I can feel it.
Definitely towards the end of the adjustment. Like, having all the camp set up really helped a lot.
Yes.
That helped my mental, like, tremendously.
Yeah.
And now I'm really just, like, having fun with being out in nature. Like, the past couple of days, I've, like, I don't know, before the past couple of days, I was kind of, like, too concerned about what I should record and, like, put, like, what I need to have content for. And I kind of was missing out on the fact that, like, I'm in one of the most beautiful places on earth and, like, in nature and really need to be, like, just more in the moment. Like, my screen time for last week was up. Like, I was at 7 hours. Over the summer, I was at 4 hours.
Yeah.
So, like, that's not the direction I want to be going in. But the past couple of days, I've been more just about nature. I had a thought that was, like, it's, like, you can't, it's kind of long, don't try, to be honest. Everything goes back to that. But in order to, like, come through with, like, cool content, you have to actually live a cool life.
Yeah.
And that kind of, like, clicked it in for me where I was like, I really got to focus more on, like, what I'm doing.
Yes.
Rather than, like, what I'm recording. And, yeah, I guess we'll see how that strategy goes. I'm really loving the podcast in the top 3 segment. I think that's got legs. And hopefully that goes so I can stop fucking posting everything on Instagram.
Yeah, totally. I'm really looking forward to that. Like, I do like posting on the Instagram and, like, putting my pictures up and stuff like that. But really what I'm looking forward to is being able to record content like this and have this be the legs of the
Hundo
business.
P. Because this is, like, quality time. Like, this is nice stuff. Like, we're just
Yeah.
sitting out in nature chatting
Yeah.
and, like, bullshitting with each other, and that's great. That doesn't put your face in front of a screen, and that doesn't make me feel like shit, like
Yeah.
trying to record stuff when we're on a hike does.
Yeah. That's honestly like one of the things that, like what you were just saying, where you got to live a cool life, honestly, and not try to make what you're doing cool.
Exactly.
It's about just recording you doing cool stuff, which is, there is actually a difference there, which is, it may seem obvious, but it's really difficult to like switch into that mental frame if you aren't already there. Just the idea of, okay, well, like for example, like we sit around and we cook stuff, or if we're at home, you know, we could get really good at editing and chop that up and maybe make like a day at home somewhat interesting to watch on YouTube. But that would just be an absolute brain raker. Like I would just like not be having fun editing me like walking around my house or like letting the dog out type shit.
Yeah, that hurts.
But being able to like just do fun shit, do life on your terms, and then just have a camera going sometimes makes it so much easier. Makes the content better. I mean, this is way more enjoyable than probably watching some of the reels that we've made.
Yeah, some of the reels we made are, me personally, dog shit.
I've made some bad ones. They're starting to get better. Like the learning curve is there.
Yeah.
And we are getting better at it. But, you know.
The problem for me is I have absolutely no, like, musical sense at all. So when it comes to, like, finding the beat to make the transition on, I'm, like, horrible. Like, I am lost at that. It's bad. Like, I'm trying to make one for Long Legs right now, the new mic hit, and I can't do it.
See, that's a great song, but I don't know if that song has, like, necessarily great, like, video or, like, a real potential, just because there's not, like, I don't know.
It's kind of, again, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
We're bad.
But, like, it, to me, kind of has, like, that, like, choppy bit. Maybe it's more in the lyrics, and I've been playing around with, like, syncing it to the lyrics versus singing it to the beat, but I'm lost. I'm trying to do it for, like, the culture and, like, Steve's and shit like that, but I don't know. I had to abandon that one.
Yeah, what I'm getting more on is just finding, like, certain audios that, like, because at the beginning I was, like, just finding music that I liked, and then putting that on top of a video that I made.
Yeah.
I was, like, making the video and then finding a song that I liked and kind of trying to line it up. But what I'm trying to do now is find the audio first, have that, like, spark some ideas, and then literally just, like, put shit onto the audio rather than putting the audio onto the video.
Yeah.
Which is a different...
No, that makes sense. And there's, like, those guys on Instagram that will give you the timings.
Yes, that's so helpful.
I really need that. That's
so helpful.
That's my number one problem.
Yeah.
If I can have someone give me the timings, I'll be okay.
Zero rhythm.
Yeah,
over here?
I have zero rhythm. I mean, you ever see me try and dance? It's fucking abominable.
A couple of times.
It's
yeah.
bad.
Honestly, I think both times I just shut my eyes. Through. I'm playing.
No, it's true. Like, if I'm not absolutely blacked out, I got no chance.
Fair.
Blackout Sam or, like, really drunk Sam, that dude's got some rhythm. I don't know where he is, though.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. That's a different character. It's like,
it totally is.
It's the shadow character that's in the back. You can just see the silhouette. You're like, I think he exists. I don't know where he is, and why won't he come when it's like Mary Poppins. Like, your dance moves or your dance personality is like Mary Poppins. Like, when you want them, they're not there. But when you don't want them and you need them, that's when he pops up.
Facts.
So it's tricky because it's
Facts.
like, the fuck, Mary.
And it's fun, at least. Like, when I'm in a party situation, my go-to move is just get really drunk, and then the rest of it takes care of itself.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's nothing better than just slamming beers and letting the liquor do the talking.
I'm literally, that's exactly what I do. Like, I start drinking, and I'm like, a couple more drinks, and I'm going to be good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to loosen up perfectly. Like, every drink, I'm like, yep, one more closer.
Just one more. Yeah.
To being smooth. Being able to talk to the ladies.
Oh, that's so bad. But it's facts. Liquor is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's honestly a hell of a thing.
I miss partying. I've been, like, as far as a 22-year-old goes, I've been sober for, like, since we left the Keys.
That's like what, 6 months ago?
Yeah. So I got some
Jesus,
parties
dude.
sent, like some sends built up in me.
Jesus Christ.
When we get
6
into an
months?
environment where we can party, I'm gonna let loose.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a fucking, what do they call it? The exorcism. An exorcism of my like party demons that are inside me right now.
Jesus, I'm excited to see that,
I'm gonna be running through California.
bro.
Hopefully we have enough money. If we have money by then, California's never gonna be the same. I'm gonna change it.
There's not a high chance, but honestly, I'm about to go into debt. I'm about to take out a loan.
We'll go to a bank, be like, we need a business loan to party.
Yeah, listen, bud. I need the top shelf, and I can't afford the top shelf. So how are you going to make that happen?
We need Ace of Spades bottles on deck. We need Airbnbs. We need everything.
Yeah. California's going to be fun. We're going to figure it out, but
yeah, we'll make it work. We could get drunk for cheap.
Yeah.
I'll just hammer like 30 Bud Lights if I have to.
Yeah, I mean, we used to get drunk like 3 nights a week for basically like $100 a month.
Yeah, the
Back in
Tallahassee budget was impressive. We made it happen.
We absolutely snapped.
Yeah, especially second semester, and then end of second semester, I was broke.
Yeah.
As a dog, and I was just partying the hardest I ever have in my life.
Yeah.
Like every single day, we were just getting blacked out.
Sauced.
Yeah.
Dude, those 2 weeks before we graduated.
That was the best.
I was sober for a third of my life in those last 2 weeks.
At most a third. 33% is generous.
Yeah, it is.
Like I was using the nighttime to sober up pretty much. Like when I would sleep, that was my sober time.
Yeah.
Wake up, not going to class.
Wake up, Y-bomb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Couple loyals by the pool, keep it going.
Try and repair yourself. Go get some food with the boys.
Yeah.
Chat on the balcony, hit the pool, hit bulls. That was just the moves.
Dude,
it was crazy.
Such a fucking vibe.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
I do miss it, but it's all right. We're gonna make something even better.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be way better when we have like money and we're just like we were just talking about before we started recording this. Get the boys back together.
Oh yeah.
Go house hopping across the country.
Oh,
it's gonna be dope.
We gotta get the boys back together. Yeah, Sam and I were just chopping it up, saying how, because we used to live at the Standard. All of our close friends know this and our family, but the Standard apartment, it was this apartment building in Tallahassee. We lived with 3 of our other friends, and we had some of our other friends. We had a really good group of people that lived within a mile or 2 miles of each
walking
other.
Distance,
And
even in Tallahassee.
I mean, if we can recreate that, but with adult money, like we can get everybody that wants to be a part of it back into it in the same city, that would be
crazy.
Stupid.
That would be awesome.
That would be stupid fun.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make that happen.
Manifest it, bro. That's the only reality in my head. It's only a matter of time.
Exactly. I feel the exact same way, honestly. Like that's really how I see things going.
Yeah.
I have thought about what I would do if that doesn't happen, just to make sure that I don't lose my mind and give myself a little bit of confidence, but it kind of frees me up to not care.
Yeah.
When you're aware of what you could do. If it doesn't work, you're like, all right, well, I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah.
So I just get to come out here and do this and make this happen, make the fucking parties happen.
Yeah. That's pretty much, if you guys can't tell already, that's basically one of the major tenets, major theme of this trip is don't care, don't try.
Yeah.
Just
totally.
do, just be.
Gotta detach.
Yeah. Detach from all the bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Detach.
I'm trying to figure out how to put detachment into a box and put it on one of my morning walks. Or it's called Woods of Wisdom now. You'll catch that on Monday.
Woods of Wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was trying hard. But I think that was the problem. I was trying too hard when I was out there. I got a decent one for this week, but it's going to be a work in progress.
Yeah. That's what life is. It's a whole bunch of learning curves, and I'm just having fun learning this one.
Yeah, facts. It's fun getting better, and it's going to be fun seeing the growth and the progress.
Yeah. And I mean, in a year, even just by the end of this trip, 3 months from now, the progress we'll have made,
Crazy.
the understanding that we'll have when it comes to podcasting and making videos or curating social media pages in general, all that. I knew nothing about any of this 2 weeks ago, and now I have a basic foundational sense of knowledge.
And you never know, we are out here learning skills of the 21st century. We're learning the future, basically.
Yeah.
Like, this is what's valuable now. So you never know where this is going to take us. It might not be exactly what we're thinking right now, but you never know how it's going to manifest.
You
We're
never
learning
know.
valuable shit, really valuable shit. And that's the key
Yep.
to detachment, is just, like, trusting the universe and yourself and all that.
Yeah. Just let go and ride the wave.
Yeah, exactly. Ride the wave of the universe, the energy. Like, being out here, you can feel it.
Oh yeah.
All of it, like, around you all the time, the trees, the water, the animals, like, we all run on the same shit. We're running on the same batteries. Trust the batteries, bro.
Trust the batteries.
Look at what they made here. They made mountains. They made all of this ecosystem. You're going to say that it can't give you, like, a job?
Yeah, the fact
Come
that
on
there's
now.
an ecosystem of animals that exists and we play a part in it also, just like everything else does. And it exists without us and with us. Without our observation, all these things are going to happen. I mean, that's just amazing, and that should be enough to prove to you that you can just sit back and trust the process.
Exactly. And obviously, like, you got to work to make what you want happen, because nothing's just going to happen to you, but it happens for you.
Yes.
You got to put yourself in the position for things to happen, but when you're working with the universe, things happen a lot faster.
Preparation meets opportunity.
Exactly.
That's luck.
Facts.
That's the formula for luck. You got to have a vision in your head of where you want to be, and then you got to take one step towards that vision every day. And eventually, even if you don't end up there, you're going to end up so close to that you're going to look back and say, "Whew, I can't believe I made it."
Yeah. One of the things I was reading it last night, the first spiritual law, pure potentiality. You tap into creativity through tapping into, like, this universe energy that we've been talking about right here. And then you add action to it, and then you manifest what you've been trying to manifest. So you go from, like, none of that made sense.
I mean,
but
I've picked up on some of it, but to the average man or woman that is...
It's not going to make sense. Yeah. I'm still fleshing out
pure potentiality,
these things.
blah, 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 field of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, you're sounding like one of the Charlie Brown teachers right now. Wah, 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 wah,
I bet.
wah.
It's such, like, abstract concepts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to practice it.
It's like, it's hard to even grasp it yourself.
Yeah.
And then to, like, try to take that and put it into words.
Yeah, I have, like, not even a vague, like, I have, like, an inspiration almost is what it feels like in my mind, where it's like this, like, hint. Like, I'm like, all right, I know it right here, but it's not making it to the mouth. Not even close.
Not making it to the mouth. Pause. I don't even know if that's a real pause moment, but it felt like it. I had an intuition right there.
Yeah, I could feel it. I mean, I was with you.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, yeah. Before our camera and our microphones just explode randomly.
Yeah. I'm not trying to cut this again.
Yeah, this has been a great chat. These are awesome. We love doing these yet again. Comment down below. Let us know what you think. We appreciate just hearing anything from you guys.
Yeah.
All of it.
We appreciate the comments and the support that we've been getting already.
All of it.
And I think these are, like, they're not bad because they're just going to be, like, pure authentic.
Yeah.
Like, this is a dog shit podcast, but it's absolutely exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Like, you're basically sitting here with us. So.
Yeah, you are literally, like, sitting right there on that table right across from us.
Yeah.
And it's like you fell asleep and maybe you went deaf for like 5 minutes. Imagine that's what happened to you, and then put yourself here. Close your eyes and just imagine.
Yeah. But yeah.
So
appreciate all the support.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get a little bit better at this.
Yeah, we definitely will. But in the meantime, we're gonna go get a shower and try to get this on the internet.
Watch some football.
Maybe get a little workout in.
Yeah.
So
I literally reek right now. Like, I'm smelling it coming up from my pits. It's bad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you guys can hear and you can see us, but be thankful you can't fucking smell us.
Big facts. Big facts.
All right, we love you guys.
Yeah.
Be easy.
Love you guys. Take
Peace.
care.